up you guys, it's Aubrey. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very fun video. I am going to be showing you guys my iOS 14 home screen. I literally spent like probably 2 or 3 hours on it, and I've changed it like 5 times since, so put a lot of time into it. So I'm excited to show you guys, and hopefully you guys can get some inspiration for your own home screens, or I'm sure you guys have already done it by now. Also, if you guys hear any like jingling in the background, I actually got a kitten. And I will be talking about that in another video if it's not already up, so keep an eye out for that if I have not posted it already by the time that this video goes up. But yeah, he's running around my room playing right now, so if you hear any jingling, that's what that noise is. So and per usual, I have my Dunkin', so we are ready to go. Comment down below what you guys think my order from Dunkin' is. I don't think I've talked about a past order I had on one of my videos, but this is different, and it's like my ride or die. I'll either get this or I'll get the Charlie. It's actually really good. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but the Charlie is pretty good. So comment down below what you think this is. We'll see if anybody gets it right. So let's get into it. So when you open up my phone, the first page has 2 widgets and a calendar and then some apps, and then the second page I have a daily motivation quote at the top. I have 2 more widgets and more apps, and then on the third page of course I have a picture of Harry Styles in a widget. I have a music widget, and then I have more apps, and then 2 more widgets, my to-do list, and some more apps. So I will show you guys how I did all of this and the apps I used for it and everything, so here we go. I would recommend that you kind of pick an aesthetic to base everything around. It makes it a lot easier to pick like the pictures and what you want your apps to look like and stuff like that. And so I've seen a lot of different home screen inspirations on TikTok and Pinterest, and people are sharing them on their Instagram. So if you're looking for some inspo to kind of like pick your aesthetic or something like that, I would definitely recommend checking it out there. I definitely found a lot of my inspiration from TikTok. So then once you kind of decide like what color scheme you want to go with, as you can see, I kind of went with like a very neutral, like beige, pink, with like black accents kind of theme. So after you've picked like the aesthetic that you want and the color scheme you kind of want to do, the next thing you can do is move all of your apps into the app library, or the apps that you don't want on your screen anymore. So really cool feature about iOS 14 is that you can move the apps that you don't want like on the screen, that you don't use that often, into an app library, which is just after all of your pages. And so all your apps are stored there, which is nice because you don't have to delete them, or just because they don't fit your aesthetic doesn't mean you can't have the app. So to move an app to the app library, I moved an app back to my home screen. So say I wanted to move Instagram to the app library. Cool thing you can do with iOS 14 is now you can just press and hold on the screen, and it transitions into editing your home screen. So then you'll just hit the little minus sign on the app and then not delete the app, but you would just hit move to app library. And then as you can see, it's just back in my app library. That's how you can move the apps, and then you'll have a kind of just like blank canvas to start with on your home screen, so then we can kind of go from there. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the apps you'll need. So the first app you're going to need is the app Widgetsmith. And then I also got the app Color Widgets, and you will also need the Shortcuts app. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys how I made all of my widgets. So I told you guys you need to download the app Widgetsmith, so we're just going to open that up. So the first widget I made would be the calendar one. So what you'll do is go into the app Widgetsmith, and then you can choose any size you want. They have small, medium, and large. Mine's a medium, so I just click add medium widget, and then you'll click on it, tap on it again, and then I chose this one here with the day and the date, and you see they have so many options. And then I really like the New York font. It just really fits the aesthetic, and it is more pleasing to me. So I made the background color cream, and then the font color I made black. And then I like to do a border on mine. You don't have to, but I just do a black border because I like to have those black accents. So then I save it, and you can see it shows up as medium number 3. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is just go to your home screen where you want it, and press and hold down on the screen, and then at the top left there is a little plus button, and then you'll scroll all the way to the bottom, find the app Widgetsmith, and then you'll swipe over to whatever size widget you made, add widget. And then as you can see, it's not the widget that I made, but if you click click on it, and you can tap on the widget and you put medium, pick number 3 or whichever one you made, and then it changes it, which is really cool. So that is how you do the calendar one. So the next widget on my first page is the moon phase one. So I'll show you guys how I did that. So we'll go back into the app Widgetsmith, and my moon phase one is a small widget. So I'm gonna add a small widget, tap on it, tap on that, and then under the style, you can find all the way at the bottom, there's like sunrise, sunset, and then there's moon phase. I think the sunrise set is really cool too. I just haven't really found a place for it in my home screen that I like it, and I'm really into like astrology and the moon. I really like the moon for some reason, so I really liked that you could do like the moon phase. So you tap on that, and then you can pick your location. So I have where I go to school at, so that's where my location is, and then you save it, and then back to your home screen, press and hold, hit the plus, scroll all the way to the bottom, Widgetsmith, and add a small widget. So again, it wasn't the widget that I just made, so just tap on it and then tap on widget, and then you'll just tap the most recent one, or if you can rename it to make it easier, but I just go with the last one that I saw, and then it's added to your home screen. And so next I will show you guys how to do photo widgets, because I do have quite a few of those on my home screen. So we'll go back into Widgetsmith. So I do have a lot of small photo widgets, and then I also have a large photo widget, and of course, you know, the large one is up Harry, you know, naturally. So when you want to do photo widgets, it's really important beforehand to pick the pictures that you want to use and put them into separate albums. Say you want a photo widget of a certain picture, put that one picture into an album on your photos. So I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. So if you go into your Photos app, you can click the add button and you can do new album, and I'll just name it hello for the sake of the video. And then you can just pick the picture that you want to use. So let's just use this picture of Harry. And there it is. So let's say I wanted to add a photo widget of that photo. So go into the app Widgetsmith, and then select whatever size widget you want. So you're going to select photos in album, and then you can do multiple pictures in the album as well, and then it'll alternate between the pictures, which I think is really cool. And then you're going to scroll down and find the album. So here is hello, and then save it, and then you go back to your home screen, add, scroll all the way down, Widgetsmith, add the widget, edit the widget to the most recent one, and there it is. So that is how you do the photo widget. And as you can see, I have a bunch of those. And so next I'm going to show you guys how to do the to-do list widget. And you can do this in different ways, but I like to do it this way so that way I can kind of customize it to look the way I want. So going back into Widgetsmith, and mine is a medium widget, so I'm going to add a medium. So I'm going to select the reminders one, and then you can select any lists that you want in your widget. And so I'm just going to do the reminders one, and then you can filter by what reminders you want on there. The font, again, I like the New York one. My tint color for this one, for my background color on this one, I actually didn't do the cream, I did the pale pink. And then the tint color, I still like the black font, so I did that. And then again, I like the black borders. And then you'll go back to your home screen, click add, scroll all the way down to Widgetsmith, add it, edit it, and there it is. And so for some of these widgets, you don't always have to use the app Widgetsmith. If you press and hold down and hit the little plus sign at the top left again, you can see that like some of your apps that you already have downloaded, or even just Apple apps, have widgets available. So there's a maps one, there's a reminders one like through Apple, but I like to do it through Widgetsmith because I can customize the way it looks, like I said. But they have a lot of different options. That is how I did my motivation one actually. So as you can see, it shows up in that little ad pop-up menu. So some apps that you have in your phone may offer widgets. So my app is called Daily Motivation. You can get it in the App Store, and then if you just tap on it, you can choose the size you want. So let's say I did a small one, and it would just look like that. So that's how I did this motivation one, which I really like to see on my home screen. It's, you know, some nice motivation. And so you can play around with it. Some of the other ones that they offer that I liked was the battery one, so you can actually see your battery percentage. And so that's what that one looks like. Like I said, you guys can play around with it and see what you like best or what you want. I will now show you guys how I did the clock widget. So going back into Widgetsmith, I did a small widget, and I selected the clock, and then I chose the location so I had the right time. The style, I like the numerals because I can't read the clock without the numbers. And then I did the New York font. The background color, I did the cream. The tint color, I did black, and I did a black border. And then I saved it. And in the same process, that is how I got the clock widget. So there's that one for you guys. So I have the photo widget, I've done the calendar widget, the moon phase, the motivation, the clock, and then I have 2 more widgets to show you guys. And so you can see on this page that I have the tune track widget, and what that does is it just kind of displays like your last played song, which I think is really cool. As you can see, I was listening to the new Lainey album. So to get that widget, you'll actually download the app Tune Track from the App Store, and then kind of like the motivation one, you'll go and do the little plus, and then it should show up in this little pop-up menu because you have the app downloaded, so you just tap on that and you can choose the Apple Music or the Spotify widget, so it works for either one, which is really cool. And then the last widget I want to show you guys is this time, day, and battery power widget, so it kind of has it all in one, which I think is really nice. So this widget's called a color widget, and you're going to need the app color widgets that I told you guys about in the beginning of this video. And so you'll go into color widgets. I just went to the active widgets at the top and added a new one, and then click on that, and so you can pick kind of like the color you want, and the background. So you can just kind of play around with it, play around with all the colors and stuff like that. I did a photo and I actually zoomed in on the pink color that I have in the pink widget, so it kind of matched the color scheme of that. And then you can choose the font you like. I like this font because it's most similar to the New York font to kind of stay like pretty consistent, but as you can see, they have a bunch of different fonts that are super cool. And then you'll just set the widget. So then you'll go back to your home screen and go back to that same plus button, and then it should show up in that pop-up menu as color widgets. So you'll click on color widgets, and you can just pick whatever size you want, and then you can tap on it and choose out of the 3 that you have, and that is how you get that widget. And I really like that one just because it has the day of the week, the date. I like that it shows your battery percentage, and then it has the time. So with the new iPhones and everything, you can't see like what percentage your battery is at the top, so it's really nice having that on the screen in some way. So those are all my widgets. I will link a Pinterest board with the pictures I use for my widgets, obviously except for like my personal picture, so you can see it on my main page. I have a picture of me with my kitten. And so next I'm going to show you guys how I customize my apps. And so for that, you are going to need the app Canva, and you can get that in the App Store as well, and it looks like this. And so once you open it, you're going to want to do the Instagram post template. So I did a blank one, and then what you can do is just do the background color. And so I kind of did my own little thing trying to find like the color that I liked the most. So you can just pick a color that kind of matches the aesthetic of your theme. Anything really. You could even do like a picture for a background. You can upload pictures if you want. I just like to have the app icons because it makes it less confusing. So once I found like the color that I liked, I actually saved it as a picture so that I would always have the background color for if I ever needed to make a new app cover. So this is the color that all of the app backgrounds are on my home screen. And I didn't make app covers for all my apps. I just did it for the apps I use the most frequently, and the ones that I really wanted on my home screen. So once you get your background, you can go into Elements, and you can type in Instagram, Twitter, and you can type in basically like what you're looking for the app cover. So if you wanted to do a weather icon, you could type in like cloud or sun or something like that. Let's say I was making an icon for my YouTube app, so I would type in YouTube in the Elements section on Canva, and you have all of these options. I don't have Pro, so I don't pick the Pro ones, but you pick whichever one. So I'm just going to tap on the first one and then format it to fit the screen however big you want it. And another really cool thing about it is if you click the color palette, you can change the color. And so once you've done that, you're just going to hit the little upload button on the top right and save this image. start saving that. And so now I will show you guys how to make the picture as an app cover. So you're gonna need the app shortcuts I told you guys about at the beginning of the video. So open up shortcuts and you're gonna click add in the top right, and you're gonna click add action, and you're gonna click open app, and then choose, so we did YouTube, and then you're gonna click next, and you can call it whatever you want. Click done, and you're gonna click the 3 dots on the top of that shortcut. Click the 3 dots again, click add to home screen. You're gonna click this little image next to under the home screen name and icon. And so like I said, you can make it literally any picture you want, but if you wanted to do the app icons through Canva like I did, then you'll just tap on that little icon and click choose photo, and then select whichever picture you wanted to do or app icon, and then you'll just click add, click done, and as you can see, it's added to our home screen right here. So then you can move that around, put it wherever you want. And so you can do that for all of your apps. And then if it doesn't bother you whenever you do open up an app, it does take you through shortcuts and then to YouTube. But I found a way to make that transition phase shorter, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you'll need to go into your settings, and then you'll want to type in motion, and then you're going to want to turn on reduce motion. So without reduce motion, this is what it looks like. And so as you can see, with reduce motion, it takes a lot less time. So that is a little hack for you guys to reduce that transition phase. And I think it's a small price to pay to make your home screen look like 10 times better than how it normally would. So that is that little hack for you guys. And then another really cool thing about iOS 14 is if you go into your settings, and if you click touch, if you type in touch, and then you'll scroll down to back tap, and then you can choose, if you tap on the back of your phone, you can choose what that does on your phone. So for double tap, I have it takes me to home. And then if I triple tap, it takes a screenshot. So that's just something you can play around with. I think that's a really cool feature that I didn't know about before. The last little kind of tip I want to show you guys is that if you press and hold down and then tap the 4 dots at the bottom that like show your different pages, it shows you all your pages at once, and you can actually hide a page. So if you untap it and then it doesn't show up anymore, so if you have like a bunch of folders or just stuff that you want to keep hidden on your home screen, then you can just hide that page. And then I just wanted to show you guys again the apps that have widgets that I added like through the App Store. So we have daily motivation, we have color widgets, and then we have tune track, and then I believe that the Google Dinosaur game has one as well. Yeah, Endless Runner. I'm pretty sure it has a widget, so if you guys were curious about that, I'm pretty sure it has one, which I think is really cool. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you learned something from this video or got some inspiration for your home screen. And if you guys do use some of these tips or tricks or these apps to edit your home screen, please send me pictures of it. Comment down below any apps that I didn't realize have widgets, if you guys find any. And also remember to guess what I get from Duncan. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!